me 6 distinct phases of Indian foreign policy, how it has evolved. You tell me, look at the crystal ball and tell me which direction this conflict is taking.
May I come in?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Anusha.
Anusha, sir.
Anusha, please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
So Anusha is from Andhra Pradesh,
Yes, sir.
Visakhapatnam,
Yes, sir.
and she has done civil engineering, BTech, from MVGR College of Engineering.
Yes, sir.
She is fond of crafting documentary scripts with voiceover, rock climbing, and compassionate educator at Jagriti.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And already been selected as Deputy Collector in State Civil Services in 2023.
Yes, sir.
So have you joined the training?
Yes, sir. I'm undergoing training, 4th month of training, sir.
Okay, very nice. So, Anusha, what were the topics of your essay which you wrote in civil services?
So the reflective of the, I don't remember the exact topic as of now, sir.
Okay, generally tell me the theme.
The theme was how does one's thinking affect his way of actions, and
Okay.
how it is important to align our thoughts for that action's outcome.
So, in few words and few sentences,
Yes.
describe what was the theme, how did you write it?
So the theme was about how two civil engineers, that one was Osama bin Laden and one is Abdul Kalam, Shri Abdul Kalam sir. So how both being engineer graduates, how they have used technology, channelized their thoughts to put up in one sector for the nuclear state of India, to put up on the map of the world. On the other hand, for the destructive forces called terrorism, how Osama bin Laden has been. So that way I started and described it, sir.
Okay. And your optional is?
Geology, sir.
Geology?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very well. So some general questions.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel that India is only a procedural democracy and not a substantive democracy?
Sir, it's a mix of both, because we have a diverse population, different conditions, and we are evolving constitution. So different sectors, different rights, welfare mechanisms to be taken place. So it is case by case differentiating, sir, I would say.
Okay. And what is a substantive democracy and what is a procedural democracy?
Sir, as per my understanding, set laid procedures will be there, like predefined, like this is.
No, you have to read up on that.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. So, if you have to choose one
Yes.
article
Yes, sir.
from the Constitution
Yes, sir.
and adjudge it as the most important article of the Constitution, which article would it be and why?
So, for me, Article 51A, the clause G, I suppose, sir, because it's a common brotherhood, fostering unity among people. That's the most integrating factor, which is important, I think, as per mine.
So, kindly pay attention to what Baba Sahib Ambedkar said
Yes, sir.
and his views on most important article.
Okay, sir.
Which article is that?
Sir, it's
Article
Article
32.
32, the constitutional remedies.
Without which the Constitution
Constitution
itself
doesn't
will not survive.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So, due regards to your personal view,
Yes.
but stick to the
Yes, sir. Yes,
official.
sir. Official view, sir.
Okay. Now, is basic structure doctrine
Yes.
amounts to judicial overreach?
So, in this also we have a very diverse opinion regarding this view, that it's not judicial overreach, sir, because considering the factors like, for example, LGBT rights or any triple talaq case, women-led issues, or any per se that human right issue, sir, it needs some interventions at any point of time. So, I would say it's a judicial intervention rather than an overreach.
Very
for the
well.
basic structure.
What is your view on same-sex marriage?
Yes, sir. We are evolving. We are identifying their rights, but it's a time-tested factor where I think the society is right now has a notion against it. But we need to have a consensus, more level of talking into it in different sphere, because the social fabric of the condition is also not as of
ready.
now, sir. Not ready as of now. But what could be done to make the society inclusive of it? We need to think about it. Only time will settle this, sir.
Okay. Very well. So, can you give me 6 distinct phases of Indian foreign policy? how it has evolved.
Sir, can I think for a few
Yes,
seconds about
yes.
it?
Just tell me the years and the characteristics of those periods.
Sir, post 1947, the Panchsheel agreement that has happened, which is mutual cooperation and non-interference in each other affairs. One phase was that, sir. Next, we started opening our sector in terms of foreign policy.
No, but a lot of things happened.
In between-
62 happened,
Yes.
65 happened, 71 happened.
Sorry, sir, I'm
74
not able to
happened.
recollect the names because I have.
So just read
Yes,
about
sure, sir.
Indian foreign policy and how it has evolved.
Yes, I'll definitely read
Okay.
about it. Sir. Thank
What
you,
were
sir.
the situation then, how it has evolved and what it is now?
Yes, I'll definitely.
You know,
thank
our
you, sir.
engagement with
The international.
various, with
fronts.
China and with Russians and with the USA and all, you know.
Yes.
Erstwhile adversaries have become allies. You know.
Yes, yes, sir, yes. I'll definitely read about it.
Okay, a very brief reply to the question, what if you were my advisor
Yes.
and I am the Prime Minister and I ask you that Anusha, give me an idea, what is the possibility of the resolution of Ukraine and Russia conflict?
Yes.
What would be your advice to me?
For the
In few words.
For the Indian perspective, sir,
Yes.
what should we involve, sir? Like,
No. Which direction this conflict is heading? Then accordingly I will plan my foreign policy and other options.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Give me your assessment in few words.
Yes, sir. My assessment would be that considering the factor of Ukraine, where the stakes of the people over the land and sentiments is there, so we need to.
No. You tell me, look at the crystal ball and tell me which direction this conflict is taking. Is there a possibility of its resolution?
It's a possibility if India or the world global community can involve into this ceasefire.
I am asking for your assessment.
Assessment, okay,
You
sir.
give me a brief assessment. I am only.
As
you
of
know,
now, I don't see any kind of thing. The global tensions will increase. The economic trade impacts will also be impactful, sir. This is what I think.
Okay, thank you.
So you have done your work on eco bricks.
Yes, ma'am.
What does exactly it mean?
The eco bricks concept is about the slag substituted bricks, ma'am. The slag itself is a waste material production from the blast furnace in the steel production. So it is discarded in the environment. So what we have done is, we as a team of 7 members, we have used and substituted instead of sand, the component of sand in the brick making, we have substituted sand for slag substituted. We have found that if we can substitute 25% of sand instead of using, by using slag, the compressive strength has increased of the bricks, ma'am. This is my project.
Okay, have you got it tested?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In the acidic and basic conditions, we got tested.
You are working as educator in Jagrati.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you go about it?
This is an IIT Bombay Alumni Association where they identify every district educators on compassionate grounds or empathy-led initiative on a free basis. Actually, in Visakhapatnam, there are a lot of people aspiring for CDS and NDA examinations. So, on the weekend basis, we hire a location from the corporate sector or from the public institutions. We go there and we teach the students. So, 7 of my students from 2018 to till now have been selected for
Very
NDA and
good.
CDS, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, have you heard of the term deep fake?
Yes, ma'am.
Just explain to me.
So it's a malicious intention of creating morph images or videos of people who are actually not in that place. An already created video will be morphed with other images and voices also, ma'am. That's deep fake, ma'am.
That can be misutilized also.
Yes, ma'am. In elections or recently one of the actress image was also morphed and her privacy was at stake. So that's.
Can it be identified that it's a deep fake?
Yes, ma'am. There are provisions. China and many other countries have also already put in place. I don't remember the technology name, ma'am, but they can identify it with AI tools.
Okay. Can you give me 3 bills taken up recently in the parliament?
3 bills recently.
Any 3 bills? There have been many bills
Yes,
in
ma'am,
2023.
Yes, ma'am. One is this criminal amendment bills that have been amended. The other thing is Biodiversity Act also has been, the bill has been passed, and one is Wildlife Conservation Protection Amendment Bill of 1972 has been taken up.
Okay. Just last question.
Yes, ma'am.
Just give me 3 major achievements in the year 2023 from our country's point of view.
2023, ma'am, the space technology which has put up in the world, Chandrayaan mission, ma'am, we have been successfully placed at a we have successfully landed also. Secondly, we have been fast forwarding towards this 5G to 6G generation of technologies. And thirdly, the economic tensions all over the worldwide has not impacted India. India is driving towards becoming the 5 trillion economy. It's almost surging to 3.36 at this point of time, which is a very important achievement for India, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You are a civil engineer.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think this Uttarakhand tunnel fiasco happened, and how could it have been avoided by a very simple methodology?
Yes, sir. So, with respect to the Silkyara tunnel that was already laid, there were only 3 geological tunneling mechanisms that were placed before gauging the investigation as whether the site is apt for the tunnel or not. That is one of the major reasons, sir. Secondly, the area is a silt stone, which is very weak sedimentary rock. So, it should have been placed some concrete lining or any other structure to support it. And thirdly, sir, the terrain itself is in a landslide prone zone, and it's called a concept of slip slope failure, which is very inevitable in that area. And they didn't have an exit tunnel also, sir, if any kind of a collapse or mishap.
So, if you know all this, I'm sure those people who are responsible for all
Yes,
this,
sir.
they are the government agency, bureaucrats,
Yes, sir.
there are people who are doing it. They didn't know all this?
Sir, as per the media, like the government reports and NHI reports also, they have observed it right now, and there was some.
They didn't observe it earlier. So you have a Kisan farmer's bill, after 1 year it has to be taken out. Then there are a lot of things going on in Joshimath, then the subsistence takes place, and then you realize it should not have happened.
Yes.
In the same state, Uttarakhand tunnel fiasco happens.
Yes, sir.
What kind of government machinery do you have in place that they can't foresee something which has already happened in another part of the state?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me, you know, in our exuberance to make a lot of roads, we are making multi-highway roads in the mountains,
Yes, sir.
which is an invitation to disaster.
Yes, sir.
But we got to improve roads. What alternative can you suggest as civil engineer that will reduce this possibility of landslides and all?
With respect to this landslide prone areas wherever.
In the mountains?
Yes, sir, in the mountain areas. Basically, we have to go for the retaining walls or groin structure, sir. It is
It will help partly, but
It will
heavy
partly
rains
help.
it won't.
Yes, sir. And not going for the bituminous material, even the slag substituted.
Think bigger,
roads.
think bigger, think differently, think out of the box. These things are all known. Wherever you go, you find retaining walls.
Yes, sir.
That's nothing new.
So, with respect to roads, something locally available materials could be used naturally.
What about rather than having a 4-way highway or 2-way traffic on the same
sir.
road, if you have one way going to Shimla, another way going down south, different road, so you'll cut less of the mountain?
That's also, yes, sir.
Possible?
Yes, sir, possible, sir. Thank you.
All
for
right,
the suggestions.
tell me, India-Nepal relations, there have been challenges
Yes, sir.
recently, last couple of years.
Yes, sir.
Why is this little friction come up between India and Nepal? What are the highlights of the visit of our foreign minister to Nepal?
Yes, sir.
And third question is, how is Agniveer scheme impacting India-Nepal relationship?
Yes, sir. So the skirmishes and the tensions that have happened because of the political issue that has been there past Madhesi government, and we also have this motor vehicle amendment where that the agreement that we have signed with the Nepal government, that has also created kind of a tussle, sir. And with respect to the river also, we have a dispute with the Kali river. So on various fronts we are facing challenges with this country. The recent visit is a quite good thing, because after a long time we have been on the negotiating tables or on the joint action plans coming up with this country at the foreign level ambassadors. And with respect to, sir, if I can ask you the third
Agniveer.
Agniveer. Sir, I'm not aware of, like, with respect to Nepal, what's the issue? I have not read about it. I'm really sorry, sir.
Okay, please read about it.
Yes, sir, surely.
Agniveer, you are aware of Agniveer?
Agniveer scheme, I'm aware, sir. But
So that is what India wants. Nepalese also soldiers to join for 4 years.
Okay, sir.
And then only 25% retained. The Nepal government has not accepted that. So it is also impacting India-Nepal relations.
Yes,
Please
sir.
read about that.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir. I'll read about it, sir.
Now, how many thoughts cross a man's mind? Since you wrote on this, your essay on thoughts,
Yes, sir.
since thought is the beginning point of what a man is, you agree with it?
Yes, sir.
Is there anywhere some kind of a teaching in schools, colleges, somewhere for kind of telling people to analyze their own thoughts?
Yes, sir. Life skills classes at the school level can
They're
help.
happening?
They are happening, sir, at my district level or whichever schools I'm exposed to.
Okay. You are posted as a district magistrate in an area where there are a lot of slums.
Yes, sir.
You've been asked to organize the sewage management system.
Yes, sir.
You know, there are all kinds of houses, shed houses, this houses, that
Yes,
houses,
sir.
you know, all kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
How will you go about doing it?
First of all, I'll
You're
go
a civil engineer. Hmm.
as a civil engineer, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. First of all, the investigation of the locality has to be done. What is the slope condition for the drains to be constructed, whether it is a high level or a low level, and which way the habitations are already occurring, or is there any diversions of the placements of their habitations have to take place. So this preliminary investigation has to go on. And secondly, I have to also talk to the local people, like what are the sanitation habitations every day, in which way are they having any proper concrete washroom facilities, or they're doing on open defecation. So all this level has to be taken care, and then I'll go about this design aspect.
The last question.
Yes.
You're a forest range officer.
I was earlier, sir.
You are now selected as deputy collector
This
in
year,
state.
sir. Yes, sir.
So, in your earlier role,
Yes, sir.
hypothetical question, you are on a range patrol.
Yes, sir.
And you find that a tigress is walking with 4 cubs.
Yes,
And there are 2 chaps hiding,
Yes, sir.
poachers hiding behind a bush, ready to shoot.
Yes, sir.
You have a choice, either to save the tiger or save the man. You have to kill one person. Whom will you kill? You got those guys with weapons with you.
So it's an ethical dilemma question. Sir, is there any facility of talking to a senior and?
No, he's ready. He's just ready to shoot, and the tiger, the tigress with 4 cubs doesn't know that the man is hiding behind the bush. With those 4 cubs, she's actually walking on the track.
Yes, sir. Both the lives are very important, sir. But if I had to choose an extent, I would choose the tiger and cubs because.
You'll save them.
Yeah, I'll definitely save them because. That is what I'll save the tiger and cubs.
So you
only,
shoot
sir.
them.
I have to if the given a chance as a last resort. Sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So, Anusha, tell me about Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
What is the geology of Andhra Pradesh?
Geology, yes, sir. So it's belongs to the eastern belt of mobile belt of Odisha and the Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu belt, sir. It is basically about the igneous metamorphic rock origin. It's majorly it's gneiss, the igneous variety that has been morphetized to siltstone. Some part of sedimentary locations also is available, and majorly it is Kadapa based stone rock structure is available there, sir.
And this type of igneous rock mostly which is
Yes.
prevalent there, what does it make it suitable for? What type of agriculture?
Sir, the later part of it by laterization process, laterite soils and red soils are predominant in these areas, sir. The sugarcane plantation, all the plantations, groundnut, cashew, this.
Cotton?
Yes, sir. Cotton, some part, not majorly, sir. We have chili, the cropping pattern, sir.
Yes. So, again, in the context of geology,
Yes, sir.
how do geologists calculate the age of the earth?
Age of the earth, because there are many various sources for it, sir. One is that from the rock structure or any kind of meteoritic impacts have happened, or the radioactive dating methods of these rocks which are buried underlying, or any hydrological investigations can also lead into how the change in the water level of the ground level can also be estimated, based on which age can be estimated, sir.
Very good. Now,
Yes, sir.
given your training as
Yes,
a civil engineer
Yes.
and you having been a part of the STEM
Yes.
academic training,
Yes,
why
sir.
do you think women are so underrepresented in STEM?
Yes, sir. The basic factor is about the family responsibilities that they have to get married and settle with the kids and look after the family. Secondly, the kind of exposure after the graduation. Right after the graduation, they have to either choose a career or some family responsibility.
Don't you think these are general factors and not necessarily, they don't say anything about the science stream as such? I'm asking about why women are not as attracted towards science fields.
Because this is a long gestation period, sir. Because to become a research fellow, it takes about much of time, and the career progression is also not well defined into this, and kind of prospects in terms of monetary also. People are not aware of it, so the awareness might be a major factor for a hindrance for the participation.
Yes, well, the awareness is certainly a factor, but as far as the monetary rewards are concerned, in gestation period it seems to be the most popular option amongst men, at least. I mean, the country is full of engineers.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it may have something to do with the stereotypes that girls are not good at science or maths, perhaps?
It is a personal choice, sir. It is not a major, it's not a perception prevailing. It's a choice that individual wants to aspire for.
All right. Let me ask you something more about Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
What is the female literacy ratio there?
So we have a population of literacy, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, as of now, I'm not aware of the exact fact, sir, but it is around 50 to 55% of the females are literate, sir, in this.
So most of the time it's presumed that foreign investment is a good idea.
Yes, sir.
What do you think could be drawbacks of it?
Too much of maybe it could kind of innovation-led growth. It could, in the sense, sir, I'm not able to put forward it, but
That's fine. So since you are now already a part of the government machinery at the
yes,
state
sir.
level,
Yes, sir.
one thing that you will face, which is quite prevalent, is corruption.
Yes, sir.
What is corruption?
See, the intent of amassing wealth that doesn't come from a legal source, or like the persons involving into corruption is about through their salaries or through their legal means of attainment of wealth, which is not the otherwise, sir. That's corruption.
Why do you think it exists?
Somewhere, as per my understanding into the systems, are what I feel is the salaries or the scaling up of salaries because of which is very low. That's the
But
reason.
you seem to have joined the state civil services of your own choosing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My intent is not for some monetary purpose or something, sir. It is since I come from a defense background, I always wanted to be into the serving and welfare mode, sir. So this is why I chose it.
And so, suppose you were given a position of authority,
Yes,
and you were to manage personnel.
Yes, sir.
How would you control corruption?
Corruption. Yes, sir. The local level staff, we have to make sure that we have good relations with them, so that any kind of a hierarchy level corruption is going on, we'll get to know earlier in the
But you know,
point.
good relations also lead to collusion.
Good relations in the sense, sir, we can identify people who are upright, who are very most integrity
And how
in their
will you do
work,
that?
sir, we can go on with a actually my under the collector with whom I'm working, he does the same thing, sir. He gets into the local staff. He identifies them in the sense they have been awarded some previously with the good medals or something, or their work was brought up in some newspapers or the other. So, and people also keep talking about few people who have done great in their job.
So
sir.
you rely on word of mouth.
So not just that, but this is one of the mechanisms through which we can curtail it.
Okay.
And making digitalization also, everything digitization, like the property taxes in our state. Usually earlier, 2 years ago, what we have used to do at an East Common Service Center, they used to pay it. Now directly at the offices only they are being paid, so that
So
this diversion of
digitization.
money. Digitization, sir.
All right, my last question to you.
Yes, sir.
Right, freedom of information is very important, right?
Yes, sir.
And it is considered as a bedrock,
Yes,
almost a fundamental right.
Yes, sir.
The RTI Act is there,
Yes, sir.
a very draconian law, some might argue.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, as a civil servant, now you will experience the RTI Act in action.
Yes, sir.
What are the disadvantages of the RTI Act? We all know about the advantages, we
Yes,
all know about
yes,
the
sir.
values.
Yes, sir.
What problems does it bring along with it?
The problems, I personally have faced it also, sir. They were malicious and politically or personally vendated kind of an activists also come into this play and place a complaint. Whereas on the ground there is nothing such of things happening. For example, sir, there was this burial ground near that location. They have complained that the encroachment is happening through the burial ground. Usually the government lands will be only allotted as the burial grounds or for a community purposes. So when we went and sat there and looked after the issue, there was nothing sort of that. It was only because of two political parties thing.
But if you are the CPIO,
yes, sir.
and you are in charge of disseminating information,
Yes, sir.
and if the civilian asking for the information has the right to it,
Yes, sir.
is entitled to it,
Yes, sir.
then are you supposed to pass judgment on it, or are you supposed to give them the information?
That's what, sir. If there is any threat to the national security or the personal information, or it devolves some of the information from the government side, which is not to be done, we can anyway not give it as per the section 8, I suppose, sir, of the RTI, which inherently has it.
Thank you, Anusha.
Yes, sir.
What is your own assessment about this mock interview on a scale of 1 to 10?
Sir, pathetically, I don't know. I have not done
Honest assessment about yourself.
5 out of 10 somehow, sir.
That is massive underrating
Sir,
and
because
undervaluation. I think you have done quite well, very well.
yes, sir.
Okay? It is more than 5, and you can easily do 9 also.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You have the potential.
Yes, sir.
Not much to really tell you. Basic fundamentals of the interview, have you, like state interview you've done, but UPSC is different.
Different, sir.
Have you appeared in UPSC interview
This is
earlier?
the first time, sir.
Oh, this is the first time. Okay. So the general greeting etiquette is they greet the chair, and if there's a lady member, greet the lady. If lady is the chair, then greet the lady
Yes.
and acknowledge others with a smile.
Okay.
That is the thing.
Yes.
No requirement of separately greeting.
Yes.
Dressing, is this sari you're proposing to wear?
No,
This
sir.
looks
I have
fine.
I have a collar blouse and a different saree. That is
Very well.
Pochumbal Ikkar.
But no jewelry.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll move
Jewelry
it.
is
Yes,
not-
sir. Yes,
They
sir.
don't permit.
Yes,
They
sir.
ask you to put it off.
Yes, sir.
Take it off and then keep it deposited
sir,
and
yes,
stuff like that. No religious symbols, no jewelry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
And that is general. And as far as the preparation is concerned, all the 7 segments of your GS and your optional subject, you must revise thoroughly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The thematic, the thematic part, the theory, themes and other things, and also the related current affairs pertaining to those 7 sections,
Yes, sir.
which includes foreign policy and current affairs and whole lot of things. Current affairs means everything.
Yes, sir.
From polity, it will be judicial pronouncements, the important cases being decided, and also the way the parliament is functioning, the things which are happening, the judiciary, activism and whole lot of things.
Yes, sir.
From historical things, history and culture, excavations are going on, new discoveries are being made, those kind of things. So like that.
Yes, sir.
UPSC is primarily looking at, testing you on, you have already been tested on your knowledge through prelims and mains. Now they're testing you how you respond to a situation, with say interaction. The purpose of questions is to test you whether you're rational, ethical and logical, and you have a sense of proportion, and whether you can quickly decide if an issue is placed before you, and whether you are deciding and taking everything adhering to the constitutional morality and the objectives which have been set by the constitution and law. So that is the basic thing.
Yes, sir.
Your I'm just
Yes.
pointing out there is no need of, there may be a situation that an opinion, deliberately a provocative opinion is expressed, just to test you how you respond. Whether you get into argument or you say your thing and you listen to the panelist also. So no argument at any, no requirement. Gently one can always express one's views, that whatever panelist is saying, yes sir or yes ma'am, and in addition to what you have stated, these things also come to my mind. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
Anything you would like to ask us?
Sir, regarding this Tiger Cubs issue, what should I be
I
choosing?
think your answer was good because you came out as a decisive person.
Yes.
Whether it is right or wrong, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You took a quick decision, and if
And
you
that's
were,
your act, that's your duty.
That's your
Yes,
duty.
sir. Yes, sir. That's
And poacher, the act must be authorizing, you
because
know.
he already trespassed an area which
Yeah, yeah.
he was not supposed
So
to.
you're fully in accordance with whatever
What
your
law.
act says you are supposed to.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Bilkul. Anything else?
That's it, sir.
Yeah?
Sir, I have this habit of using long sentences. I'm not able to cut
No.
it down.
Don't curb your natural style. It's perfectly fine. However, you can be brief.
Precise with good keywords and all.
That's okay.
And how about the speed, sir? Like
RSVP, you were slightly faster.
faster.
You can be a little more deliberate. So that's okay.
Yes, sir.
The rest is fine.
Okay, sir.
Any observations, sir?
take it.
Anything you would like?
That's it, sir.
Okay. All the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.